So apparently, I've been thinking a lot of what could happen with the updates. One of them is to do with the GPS, which I know would be one of them, as you can't really enter this area yet, as you can see here. Now, this will be part of one of the updates, so as one of the updates comes up, you'll be able to enter. Now, I remember this was the original version of Shining Pearl, whenever. Couldn't enter it until a specific update took place, so there's that. Um, the next area is Kana Lab City, which I'm going to travel to right now. Now, in case anyone's wondering, apparently I'm showing up right now. Now, if you enter one of these huts, which I'm going to explain, now this little kid here ends up with a nightmare as you progress through the game. Now, the only one we know that has nightmares, well, gives nightmares in the game, actually is Darkrai. So apparently Cresselia is known to help lift sleeping problems from Darkrai, so that's the kid that is cursed by Darkrai. Now, the other thing that basically would happen, apparently, now I reckon Darkrai would be hiding somewhere, due to Cresselia. Now, I think he would be hiding in this house, as it says here. The door is tightly shut. It appears impossible to open. Now, this could be Darkrai, because this could be in a future update, like where you could actually encounter him, like get something to open the door and encounter Darkrai. Now it says here, however, and the text is too faint to read. Now, apparently, that's what I think of this area, because this is where you basically would get Darkrai. So that's one area to get him. Now, the other one, well, apparently we can't really see any combination, but as soon as we see flowers, we know, okay, Shaman. Now, Shaman is confirmed to be in a future update. We don't know when. Now, what I've been hearing, you got a letter from somebody. I'm not exactly sure who. Um, Now, you do meet Shaman somewhere with flowers. I'm not sure where exactly. But most people have been basically intended to use glitches to get to Shaman. Apparently, I have been over on that side because there is a way to that side. Which you can just surf across to it easily. Now, most people that intend to uncover Shaman intend to use a glitch and end up swimming on land to get to the area where Shaman actually is. And apparently, I don't want to break my game, so I haven't intended to do that. Because I know if you intend to do a glitch to get Shaman, you're breaking your own game. So they do it at your own risk, I guess. So basically, there's that. So I would be extremely careful with what glitches you basically do. So try to avoid it at all costs, I think. Now I don't really, I can't really think of any other updates as of right now. So the only ones I've been basically known to know so far is Darkrai in Cantlip City, in the house which I showed earlier. Um, what basically the Wonder Station, which is at the the GWS, which I showed earlier. And then possibly with Shaman, I don't know exactly where. It might be on an island somewhere. Not really too sure. But it might be close to Florama town, maybe. I'm not sure. Um, but we are basically, I'm hoping that it will happen. Now, the other Pokemon which might be in the game later down the line, I don't really know yet. Now, in the original, you did encounter Arceus, but in this one, it hasn't really been confirmed to be the case yet. But somehow down the line, it will, eventually. So at some point, you will be able to get the Pokemon, but not yet. Um, so there's that. Apparently that's one. So I think now apparently if you remember the original um well, I think I'm probably getting mixed up. I think with Platinum. I'm not sure if you were able to. I think either Giratina was in the same spot encountering it, or something, or in a different spot. I can't really remember which. But most stuff feels new. Apparently. So they'll probably bring more stuff, maybe more legendaries that aren't actually in the game. No, I think for Arceus probably would be might be in the game at some point, but for that you'd probably have to go back to all the way back to Spear Pillar, I think. Which happened in the original. Arceus was like in a bunch of stairs. Now I think the only time that would happen is if the game comes out for Arceus. I think then it'll appear in an update for the game on a block of stairs. So you'd go up the stairs and you fight Arceus to catch it. So I think that's the only way, I think. Or they'll just cut it completely. Or they might have just cut it completely and you don't ever go back to the Spear Pillar. Or they might actually do it. I'm not too sure yet. So apparently, when you look at the map, there could be a lot of areas that could encounter legendary Pokemon, like parts of the water areas, like maybe new places. Now, there is two islands here that you can't enter just yet. Now, I think one of them two islands, like over here, might be to do with Shaman, I think, maybe. I'm not entirely sure at this point. There is a couple more stuff over here, but I think they're just rocks, I think. I'm not entirely sure. Now, apparently, maybe in another future update, they might expand the map a bit more. So like, you talk with somebody and they take you to like another map elsewhere or something like that. And there's like more Pokemon to get that way. So, so basically, that's one thing I think. Apparently, now there could be a lot of areas I think in future updates, like hidden areas and whatever, leading to like special Pokemon that you can't get. Maybe like Celebi, for example. Now I think for Celebi, as it's one of the Pokemon that you need to get part of your Pokedex. Now I think for Celebi, this would be the area mainly. I think it'd be more connected. Since we've got like a hut thing here, and normally Celebi is normally connected to flowers. So this would be the perfect location for Celebi if they did it in a future update and it just basically showed itself around here. Then you'd know that you'd catch it here. Now the funny thing is, in the cave, it would be great to have a legendary in there also. But at the moment, there actually isn't one right now. So as you can see, it's empty. Now, what makes it even funnier, they have like a small spot here, which could be like a spot for a Pokemon to encounter. Now, Hooper, I think, might be one of the Pokemon that could be on its way, but I'm not entirely sure where. I think it might be in a cave or something like that, or it might be in here. I'm not entirely sure, as of right now. Um, So apparently, if so, then there's going to be 2 Pokemon to track down. Basically the two of them. So apparently that's 2 Pokemon up to now. Uh, Now apparently I can't really think of any more at this point. Since I can't really think of any other Pokemon that would link into this area at this point. So there's that. So apparently that's all I've got to say at this point. So apparently give a like on whatever and subscribe if you like the video content and such. And I'll continue to make more as it goes along. Um, so apparently I will be doing more. Apparently, and also streaming a couple of others. Now, the funny thing is, I've been basically trying to get a tripod, apparently to stream this game. Though the funny thing is, you always get them too big or hard to set up and whatever, and apparently so the last one I had was too small, and I was like, nah, that's not gonna work. It's too small to stream the game. So apparently that would have made streaming a lot easier, but like if you're streaming old games, like this, or like games that are like handheld and whatever, then these are the type of games that would be streamed apparently. So there's that. So yeah. So apparently, what are your thoughts on the legendary Pokemon so far, and where do you think the other Pokemon I haven't mentioned could be mentioned? Apparently, apart from the ones at the Power Park. Because at the Power Park, you've got a list of legendaries there already. As I'll show them off. Apparently, now apparently the Pokemon I'm going to show off, well, apparently, are already in the game. Yeah. So apparently we have apparently the Discovery Slate. Now the Discovery Slate is basically the Regis. The Kanto is well, basically depending on which version you're on. If you're actually on Pearl, then it's the 3 legendary birds. If you're on the Johto Slate, it's the 3 legendary dogs. Now with the Soul Slate, it's either Latios or Latias. Apparently. Now with the Squall Slate, it's actually Lugia that you get. The Ocean Slate, that would be Kyogre. Teutonic Slate, basically that would be Groudon. Stratospheric Slate, that would be Rayquaza. Now the Genonin Slate, that would be Mewtwo. Now the Distorted Slate, you can't really catch Giratina, apparently, because you already have him, so apparently I'm going to show it off. So, yeah, so the area you can't really catch Giratina is all the way up here. So, yeah, so apparently here you can't really catch Giratina here because you catch it elsewhere. Now the location of Giratina, you catch it, here, called Sendoff Springs, which is basically here on the map. That's where you can get the Giratina. Now the one here is more of its shadow, so you can't really catch it. So there's that. So apparently, so yeah, so apparently what I've told so far, and the legendaries you can get apparently, now in Diamond, the legendaries you get instead of the 3 legendary birds are the, the 3 dogs. Now instead of Lugia, you get a Ho-Oh if you're on Brilliant Diamond. So there's that. Yeah. So Yeah, so what Pokemon do you think might be in a future update? That hasn't been mentioned so far in this video. Please let me know. So I'd be able to talk about it some more. And yeah, stay tuned for more.